Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy, Dr. Rogers, a multiple scholarship winner and ROT, currently a doctor in Korea. Today I'm very excited to share with you the good news about the Pan-African scholarship. So, as you can hear or you've read or seen my poster, it's about Pan-Africa, like a scholarship mostly for scholars within Africa. So, I'll be inviting a friend of mine here to, before I proceed to sharing what are the criterias for this scholarship or what you require in order to apply for it. I'll be sharing a friend of mine, Dr. Kwabena, to share his experience about this scholarship or what are the benefits of this scholarship before we can proceed to other things to discuss with you all. So let me welcome uh hello, Dr. Kwabena. Welcome to my channel.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, Roger. Hope you are
Yeah,
doing well.
I'm okay. How are you too?
Yes, I'm fine too.
First of all, thank you very much for accepting to join my live stream to talk about Pan African scholarship. So I was trying to look at someone who can better explain what are the benefits of this scholarship, and no other person came to my mind but you. So, would you mind? First of all, you can introduce yourself, who you are, because I already know you personally, but my subscribers probably would like to know who you are, and before you can tell us what are the benefits of this scholarship and what can anything you wish to share about the scholarship, please, the floor is all yours.
Okay, Roger, thank you very much for having me. And also,
You're
I would
welcome.
like to acknowledge the good job you are doing, trying to, especially starting this channel and the mentorship,
Yeah,
and
thanks a
also
lot.
for the opening our eyes to many of these new opportunities, especially concerning further studies and others. So, thank you. And briefly, I am Kwabena Dakwa, a Ghanaian, and also fortunately, I'm a beneficiary of this Pan African University Scholarship. That was my PhD.
Okay.
So at least I know a little bit about the program and I'm happy to share some of it.
Yeah.
So, briefly, by way of introduction, the PAU Scholarship is an initiative of the African Union Commission. And of course, I'm sorry to our colleagues probably watching from other continents. This is a bit, will I say, biased since it's meant mainly for African scholars to study within the continent of Africa,
Yeah.
unlike the others that are quite open to students from across the globe. So this specifically for African students, and I was privileged to be selected, I think, in 2016 for a
Okay.
PhD program in plant breeding at the one of the PAU institutes. PAU has quite a number of institutes.
Yeah.
I was based at the Pan African University Institute of Life and Earth Sciences, including health and agriculture, based in Nigeria at the University of Ibadan.
Okay.
And indeed, I enjoyed my stay there. And the PAU scholarship comes with a lot of opportunities. And then what I enjoy so much about is the multicultural environment because, for example, through this program, I can say I have friends all across the north, the south, the east,
Wow.
the west, and central Africa
Okay.
because the program brings together the best students from across the entire continent of Africa to interact
Mhm.
and also to learn. And another interesting thing about the PAU program is that the faculty members are also selected from many other countries, some even out of Africa, to share their experiences, which
Wow.
are very excellent academics at the peak of their careers, and also some top industry experts to throw light on some of the programs we
Okay.
are studying. Another interesting part of it is it's an attractive scholarship package, especially within Africa. I would say it's one of the best
Okay.
because it's fully sponsored.
Mhm.
Your flights, your accommodation,
Okay.
a stipend, health insurance,
Yeah.
and then the beautiful part is tuition free. So you don't get to pay anything.
Wow.
And the only thing is you just have to apply because if you don't apply, then you don't know your chance. You
Yeah.
have to prepare your documents, apply, and then who knows, you might be lucky, as I was in 2016.
Yeah.
And then also another thing I
Mm-hmm.
would like to share about is, especially the exposure to go somewhere else, especially to leave your home to another country to study,
Okay.
also comes with a lot of benefits. For example, because of this, I know quite some interesting places in Nigeria, made a few friends out there,
Wow.
both within and outside Nigeria, and
Okay.
also increases your exposure.
Wow.
And then another part of it is the award you are given. For example, I studied for a PhD in plant breeding, but there are
Yeah.
many other programs you can check from the website.
Mm-hmm.
Even within my institute in Nigeria, we have the plant breeding, we have the mineral
Yeah.
exploration, petroleum, geosciences, among others. And you have a certificate from two institutes, it's a joint degree. For
Okay.
example, I was based in Nigeria. My certificate is from both the University of Ibadan
Mm-hmm.
and the Pan African University. So that's a joint degree.
Okay.
And another thing I'll talk about is the excellent career prospects in the fast growing industry that are relevant
Mm-hmm.
to your career. Getting an additional degree
Mm-hmm.
also increases your chances in the industry, also in your career. For example, just after a PhD, I've had a few opportunities to work and also some offers. And also, it opens up your mind. You know, the sky is the limit. You can
Yeah.
keep on. And another thing is the research environment.
Yeah.
For example, it's not the program is good, not just, yeah, the other things are good, but for higher education, what is so much important is the research you do.
Yeah.
And there you can get the career guidance in especially selecting your topic. And
Mm-hmm.
also, the institute has a good link with industry. For
Mm-hmm.
that, I can talk about what I benefited from the plant breeding program, where the
Okay.
coordinators do well to link students up with
Okay.
excellent plant breeders. And I believe this is done in the other programs as well.
Yeah.
For example, my research work was hosted by International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, where I had the opportunity to work with top scientists from both within and outside Africa to do
Okay.
very good research work. And that in itself opens up the whole world to you. You get to meet new people, got to learn new things. And then, yeah. So, in summary, I would say PAU is one of the best things that happened to me
Okay.
because
Wow. Awesome.
another thing probably I'll talk about is the duration of study.
Okay.
Yeah, as we all know, especially studying a master's or PhD at home in your own country.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I cannot talk in a general for all of Africa, but for those who know it will know it that in some cases you are not sure when you are going to complete. Yeah, you know when you start your
Yeah. Yeah.
PhD or MSc,
Yeah.
but you are not sure of the day. Yeah, you may be lucky to finish within the 2 years for
Yeah.
an MSc or within the 3 to 4 years for a PhD. Well,
Mm-hmm.
some are lucky they get, but others spend years with a PhD or an MSc. And one
Okay.
of the beautiful things about being on a scholarship is that you're able to break this barrier because your
Yeah.
program is timed. Supervisors and coordinators are encouraged to make sure
Mm-hmm.
you finish your program on time
Okay.
because the longer you stay outside,
Yeah.
somebody has to pay
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
So to some extent, you're able to finish quite on time. Well, there may be a few hitches there, but you stand a better chance of completing your program on time, returning back to your home country to contribute to the development of your home rather than
Mm-hmm.
as we may see elsewhere. So I think that's one of the good things about the PAU. But
Mm-hmm.
for example, I was able to finish my program, yeah, a bit delayed, but finish on time, and
Okay.
I'm back home working. So yeah, it's good.
Wow.
So if there is
Congratulations.
any other,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Roger.
I yeah, from what you've been saying, I have a couple of questions which I would love you to clarify. Like you talked about not finishing on time. It's something that like myself and you we've been by the way myself and Dr. Corbina were on another scholarship program. So what I want to ask is if for a master's which we know is for 2 years, if you have sponsorship for 2 years and you get to because of things under control not under your control, it gets to extend to a third year, can the Pan-African Scholarship Board give you extend your sponsorship, or after 2 years is automatically cut off?
From what I know for now, there are systems in place to help you finish within that 2 years.
Yeah.
So the best option is to do well to finish within that period. If for one reason or the other you are not able to finish, I'm not sure exactly, but I believe you can meet the coordinators, and then,
Okay.
especially in 2020, 2021, with this issue of coronavirus, with
Yes.
lockdowns and others, I
Yeah.
believe that measures will be in place to
Okay.
reduce the burden of these things on the students so that you can either finish on time or probably be given some form of extension so that
Yeah.
you are not too stressed, you're able to finish on time and then go back to contribute to your home country.
Okay. And then to one more thing for it, he has a lot. You talked about having like a couple of institutes, right? So
Yes, yes.
is there a way, like for example, I'll give you the case of a Korean scholarship whereby there are so many universities, but you require to have certain tips on how to some universities to choose, where if you choose them, you have higher chances of being selected for the scholarship. So is it the same with the Pan-African scholarship, whereby some institutes have higher chances of people from a certain region to be selected to those institute, or is just like that?
Yeah, I understand what you are talking about. I
Yes.
remember when we applied for masters together in 2012, 2013 with, I think it's
Stream.
EU intra-ACP stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So one thing about the other programs is that some of the courses are duplicated in the countries. So
Yeah.
you can target, for example, if I remember correctly, in that time for MSc plant breeding, I had the option of either to choose Ethiopia.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's in South Africa or another country. So you can
Yes.
weigh the options. Where do you think many students will be eager to go? So you pick somewhere.
Okay.
You feel there will not be
Yes.
that much competition.
Yes.
But the unfortunate thing with PhD program is that it's very specific. For example,
Mm-hmm.
if you study plant breeding, you can only study in one of the five PhD institutes. So you
Okay.
have to apply to
Yeah.
the Institute of Life and Earth Sciences in Nigeria. If you study biotechnology, molecular biology, you should apply to Kenya, Jomo Kenyatta University. If you study governance and regional integration, then you go to Cameroon.
Yes.
So it's quite specific. You don't get so much of a choice because your program of study
Mm-hmm.
determines which institute you can apply to. Yeah.
Okay. And then one more thing is another question which I have is like for example we have the governance from Cameroon and I'm from Cameroon Cameroon. Had it been I did governance, can you select because during I remember during the scholarship with intra ACP where the restriction was that you cannot select a program from your own country, like you're from Ghana, so you could not select a program from Ghana. Is it the same thing with the Pan African program?
That is the good thing about the people. You can study within your country. And I'm sure they relaxed that law because, for example, if I want to study plant breeding and I'm a Nigerian, the program is only offered in Nigeria under PAU. I
Yeah.
cannot study plant breeding elsewhere apart from the institute in Nigeria. So the
Mm-hmm.
PAU is open. You can study within your country. And then even if you are within your country, there is a quota. If I remember correctly, about 20% should be selected from that country because the government of the host institute
Uh-huh.
contributes are supposed to contribute something to PAU, especially hosting the institute, helping them with infrastructure and some facilities. So even if, for example, you are a Cameroonian and you want to study
Yes.
governance at Yaoundé,
Yes.
they select a little bit more Cameroonians than, for example, Ghanaians for that program because Cameroon is hosting it and then
Interesting.
taking some responsibility. So yeah, you can study
Uh-huh.
in your own country.
Okay. Wow. I mean, that's if that's the case, then I'll choose to study in my country because it'll be cheaper for me, and then with you
Yeah,
know.
that is if your level of specialization is within your country.
Yeah,
But for example, you are in the climate issues, you cannot study in Cameroon.
yeah.
You may have to either go to Nigeria or probably elsewhere in Tanzania.
So, and then also one thing about internships, like, do you have the opportunity to do internships? Why or internships or go for workshops under the Panafric program? Is it structured in such a way that the Panafric program gets to sponsor your internships or workshops or all of that? And if yes, how does it really happen?
Yeah, that is integrated into the program. For example,
Mhm.
these days there's the push for entrepreneurship. We should be able to do something with the
Yeah,
knowledge upon completion, not just
yeah.
yeah. So as part of I know more about the MSc programs. I think there is a whole long vacation meant for internship,
Wow.
where if you are based on your program or specialty, you are linked to either a research station or a company or an organization
Yeah.
with expertise in the specific program
Uh-huh.
you are studying, so that you can go there and understudy them, and
Yeah.
by so doing you build your capacity. So yes, that is taken care of in the program.
Okay. That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then one last question before I can let you go because I guess you're very busy. Is it might not really mean much, but it has to do with applications. Do you have any tips you can share with the students as far as applying for this scholarship is concerned?
Okay, in that case, I just have a one tip. You package your application, you make it as good as you can, because
Yes,
it's a competition and it's highly competitive. But the most important thing is to apply. If you don't
yeah,
apply, then you don't have a chance.
exactly.
Probably, and if I'll share my own personal experience,
Okay.
sometimes you don't apply only once. You may have to
Yes.
apply this year, probably turn down, but you don't have to give up. You keep trying.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
like I said earlier, if you don't apply, then you have no chance at all. But if you
Exactly.
do apply, then there is a chance. So I encourage everyone out there who meets the minimum requirements to give it a try. Who knows? You might be selected.
Okay. Exactly. Then if someone wants to reach out to you for to help them, because one of my things besides my channel is that I do help students to review their cover letters, their CVs and all of that, usually for just when I have time. So I don't know if someone reaches out to me and he wants you to based on your experience to help review or look at their application, would you have time or that's not possible? Or
Yeah, that is fine. You can share my email address with such a
okay.
fellow, and I'll be happy to review some of the documents and maybe give a
Yeah.
few tips, especially those applying the field of agriculture, since that is my specific area. So, yeah. But
Okay.
otherwise, some general knowledge on the
Yeah.
application procedures or the
Mhm.
motivation letter, the CV. Yeah, that is general, but most especially when it comes to a
Mhm.
proposal or something, then something
Yeah.
more in the Greek will be my field. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Oh, of course. You mentioned about proposal. Is proposals? Do you get to add your proposal before joining or after? Because I think the proposal and the cover letter are two
Yeah,
like
yeah, they are two
in our
different things.
case. Yeah, we have proposal and cover letter. So how does it
Yeah.
work for you guys?
Well, unfortunately, I have to check. I think these days you should have a proposal at hand. You should have
Okay.
some idea of what you want to do, but that I will
Yeah.
verify.
Okay.
But I
No
think I
problem.
reviewed proposals for a few colleagues, so yeah,
Okay.
I think it's a requirement. You should have an idea of the research work you want to do. But
Okay.
that also should not, let's say, deter you from applying. For example, I
Yeah.
remember I presented a proposal in 2016 when I was
Yeah.
applying for the PhD. But
Uh-huh.
joining the institute and then
Mm-hmm.
going through the coursework and then
Mm-hmm.
with the network, I ended up doing, let me say, something better than the proposal I submitted in 2016. Because
Wow.
after going through the 1 year coursework, interaction with the lecturers, attend a
Yeah.
few workshops and conferences, I mean,
Yeah.
your perspective changes. You get to know more, and then
Definitely.
Trust me, you will do something even better than the proposal you will submit. So, yeah,
Def-
you give the proposal your best shot, but trust me,
yeah,
you will do something better.
better than that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Kwabena. Thanks a lot. So, I guess you have to. This is the point where our interview ends. So, thank you very much. I'm going to attach your email address below to
Yeah,
share
sure.
with the other people. All right, bye.
Okay, Roger, thanks very much for having me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that was Dr. Kwabena sharing his experience. He's a African Union, I'm sorry, Pan-African University scholarship holder. He benefited from the scholarship in back in the that's he said 2016 or so, 2016. So he's my colleague, very smart and very intelligent. So I really wanted him to come and share his experience. So now we're going to proceed to what are the criteria that are required for master degree in order to apply for this. So the criteria, if you want to apply for this program, the criteria are as follows. You need to have, first of all, a maximum of 30 years for male and for male students, 30 years for female students, 35 years. Well, probably for the female students is because they give them preference or they want to encourage more women to go into school. I know sometimes to women have babies and they have to stay back at home. So the African Union takes that into consideration. So those are the requirements for the master degree level. Then your undergraduate degree should be from a recognized university with at least a second class upper division or equivalent or in a field related to that. So you're supposed to, like, for example, if you're from Cameroon, they expect you to come from a state university. There are some universities which are like private owned universities, very expensive, but they haven't yet gotten that recognition. So you need to supply certified copies of your certificates, transcripts from university or high school. Then, of course, you are supposed to hold your passport, your national ID. Your national ID or your passport is very important. So, because they want to cross check, they want to be sure that you're from within the continent of Africa. Then, a clear photo passport size photograph of you is required. Your CV, they require your CV as well. So, with CVs, if you have a problem writing your CV, you can reach out to me or my friend Dr. Kwabena can help you, like you guys all heard. Then a recommendation letter, of course, is required. One from his or her university or a lecturer, or if you're working, then you get a recommendation letter from that. Then the names of three reference university lecturers, very important. So like Dr. Kwabena mentioned already, this is a very good program for you to apply for, and this year the deadline is on the 30th of July 2021. So 30th of July 2021, you are supposed to send your your documents or whatever. You fill an online form, which I'm going to attach the link below. You are sending your documents to no, sorry, if you want to apply, yeah, if you want to apply, you make sure you send your documents, send your documents online. Then you have got to, you can send your CV and the other documents for us to just help you review. But officially, there's an official deadline, official website where you have to log in, fill your information, and then you upload your application and send at once. With the website, it's been developed such a way that you can fill it just at once, so you cannot fill and return. It's for you to save information. Is Thank you very much, Boomchair, all the way from Addis. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Dr. Kwabena. Thanks, bro. So so for this year, the deadline is on the 30th of July 2021. And it's very important you keep to deadline because I know most of us back home within Africa. I'm a pure example. Sometimes when they give a deadline of maybe 30th July, I want to come a day after. It doesn't work like that anymore. Things have changed. So make sure you respect the deadline as much as possible in order to be awarded this scholarship. So, and with the application package or with the application website for this one, a lot of people, based on the experience I've said, the website doesn't really get to save, whereby you can start your application today and then tomorrow you get and you come and you continue. No, it doesn't work like that. So you have to prepare all your stuff, then sit on the one go, upload your things and save it and send as much as possible. And then one advice I'm going to give is that usually based from yeah, hello, Sister Brenda. Usually, based from my experience, is that when they say deadline is on the 30th of July, make sure as much as possible you should upload and send your application before that date, because when that time is approaching, the deadline becomes congested such that it becomes very difficult for you to upload your documents. And if you cannot do it after that time, no one will be there to listen to you, because, by the way, it's a competitive scholarship, very competitive. They are looking for the best. And if you don't get to apply, then you never know if you got the cert or not. So it's very important you respect the deadlines. I love to upload my if I'm applying for something like this, I love to do it. I give myself a deadline 1 week before the official deadline. Then for those that want to do PhD, the criterias are you have 35 years for the male and 40 years for female applicants. So if you're 40 years, you still have the chance of benefiting from the Pan African scholarship. Then you're required to have a master's degree in a relevant field from a Pan African university or any internationally recognized university. So even if you graduate from a university in the UK, you're welcome to apply as far as you're African and you have the African passport to show that you are from the continent. So um, another one is that you're supposed to certify the copies of relevant documents, your transcript, your certificates, and all of that. Those documents are very important. Then you provide, of course, your passport. A passport, an African country passport is what you're required to apply for. You cannot bring in a UK passport, American passport to apply for. You will not be awarded. Sorry. So you are supposed to also provide your CV, recommendation letters from two professors. This is one item I want to talk about. Recommendation letter, this is one item a lot of people get to sometimes just ignore, like this is not important. This one factor might make you lose that scholarship. For example, look at a criteria or a scenario whereby two people, you all have, let's say, GPA of you're all first class students. Good. You score because it's based on scoring points. You score points. You're all first class degree students. Good. You're all first class. Secondly, one person's provide recommendation letter and you do not provide. So the person who provides gets to be awarded and you cannot be awarded. And then secondly, another thing is that if male and female apply, you all have these criteria, they'll probably give it to the woman or to the girl child who is applying for it. Sorry, that's just how it is. And the basic concept or the basic reason is that they want to encourage women to get into academia or get into studying as much as possible, because they consider the daily struggle the woman, especially within Africa, faces in order to study. So encourage all your sisters, all your younger sisters, your wives, your cousins, everyone, especially the women, to apply as much as possible for this program. So, and like I earlier mentioned, I'm going to now tell you about different institutes, the different institutes that are within the Pan African scholarship for this year. For the master level, you have molecular biology and biotechnology. So if you have somebody who is doing molecular biology and biotechnology, tell them to apply. And a lot of mathematics, right from computer options, statistics, data, you're also welcome to apply. The civil engineering, electrical engineering, all of that, and mechanical engineering, those are all for the master degree in sciences. Then the PhD programs, you have molecular biology, biotechnology, mathematics as well, electrical engineering, and the civil engineering as well. Then all of those programs are within the Pan African Institute for Basic Science and Technology in Jomo Kenyatta in Kenya. So most programs in Kenya are mostly mathematics, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, both for master's and PhD level. Then you have the Pan African Institute for Life Science and Earth Sciences, the one which my friend Dr. Krabina attended. It's including health sciences and agriculture at the University of Ibadan in Nigeria. So you have masters in geosciences and health sciences, plant breeding, environmental management, medicinal plant research, sports, veterinary, and medicine. Veterinary medicine. This is really a good one because globally by itself, it's very rare to find a scholarship program in medicine. They are very rare. There are very few of them in the world. And this is one of them, one which is into veterinary medicine as well. So you should apply as soon as possible. Also have a PhD in geosciences, health sciences, plant breeding, and environmental sciences. So apply as soon as possible. Then the Pan African Institute for Governance, Humanitarian, and Social Sciences at the University of Yaoundé too, and the University of Buea in Cameroon. So this is one of the programs that offers a scholarship for not sciences but arts. Usually a lot of people say they cannot find arts scholarships. So this is one good one as well. If you're into translation, we study translation in university, transborder languages and intercultural communication. Yeah, if you did languages in school like French, English, Spanish, Italian, and all of that, and probably Chinese now and Korean, you are welcome to apply for this program at the level of the master degree. And then for PhD, you have governance and regional integration. So Cameroonians, if you're in Cameroon, you're also eligible to apply for this program. So you can apply for this program and your tuition is being paid for, and you're giving an allowances which I'm going to mention after. And allowances is, it can cover, it is right up to the extent of a level as the pay as for your allowance is as much as how much a civil servant in Cameroon will earn, and even more than that in some cases. So you're being paid that money, or so you're being given that allowances just to study, not forgetting the connections you get to create, the network you will get to build just from studying with this program. So if you're a Cameroonian, apply for this program as soon as possible. It's a very good option for you. Not only Cameroonians, you also have all over the continent. You're welcome to apply for this program as well. And the other one, you have the Pan-African, the fourth institute is the Pan-African University Institute for Water and Energy Sciences, including climate change, at the University of Telmesen in Algeria. That's a master science in water, in water policy, in engineer policy, climate change. So this one too is also a good one if you have a background in the art subjects like political science, in law. Yes, if you have a background in law, you're welcome to apply for this one as well. And also a background in maybe economics, I remember one person during the live show here was requesting for a scholarship in law. So if you're still here and you're watching and you have a bachelor degree or a master degree in law, you're welcome to apply for this program. It's a good one for you to go study in Algeria. And also there is climate change. Climate change is very broad, both arts and the science in the science direction. I did climate change in the science way. There are people targeted from the arts way. So you're also welcome to apply for this program as soon as possible. So like my friend said, Dr. Kwabena, unless you apply, you will never know if you are eligible for the program or not. So make sure you should try and apply. Do not limit yourself from not applying because you feel you're not qualified or you're not good enough, you know. So please make sure you try as much as possible and apply for it. Until you apply, that is only the time when you can, you get to know. Now I'm gonna get to the question and answer section. The first question is how can you get information about Pan African scholarship? Of course, you can get it from the official website, which I'm going to attach the website and information. If you look at the description box, you're going to get the official website link where you can reach out to them and apply as much as possible. So another one is, what do you do if you cannot reach this platform or if you have internet connection problems? So it's a good question. Here, it's a good one. If you have internet connection problems, because back home within the continent, internet in some countries is not really good, or you may have destabilization of internet. Uh, as I was saying before this question popped up, you've got to give yourself a week. Give yourself a week deadline before time. Prepare all your materials, prepare all your cover letters, your CV, your recommendation letter, and get a stable internet. With a good stable internet, you sit once on a goal and you go for it. Do not give give yourself the deadline, because at that time it will reach at a point whereby you might face internet problems, and the Pan African Institute board will not be ready to listen to that. Who can be eligible for the university programs? Any student living in Africa or in the diaspora who meets the eligibility is welcome to apply, as long as you hold a passport that shows you're from Africa. You can apply. Even if you're in Korea like myself now and you want to go apply for this program, you can apply for it, as long as you hold a nationality that shows that you are African, and you can apply. What are eligibility criteria? The details I've already given you all of that. For masters, for example, you need to be younger than 30 or 35 years old for women, and you need to hold a bachelor degree from a higher education recognized institute in your country. So people with HND, higher diploma, sorry, you cannot apply for this program. Then for PhD programs, you have to be, less than 35 years for men, sorry, and 40 years for women, and you need to have a bachelor degree or an equivalence. Equivalence means, for example, if you know you're going to be graduating soon, like the deadline is the 30th of July, you're going to graduate in August, you can mention and provide a document that shows you're going to graduate in August. So give a shot, try and apply for it as much as possible. So is it possible to send applications by post? No, you cannot. All applications must be submitted online via the link which I'm going to submit or attach in the description box. And what are the instruments of like in which institutes are the Pan African University? All the institutes, like the Pan African Institute for Basic Science Technology, is hosted in Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology in Kenya. The Pan African Institute of Life Science and Arts, including Health and Agriculture, is located at the University of Ibadan in Nigeria. Institute of Governance, Humanity, and Social Sciences is hosted by the University of Yonder in Swar and University of Boya in Cameroon. And the Pan-African Institute of Water and Energy Sciences is hosted by the University of sorry for my pronunciation, Tlemcen in Algeria. So for the Pan-African Institute, must you translate your diploma into English? Yeah, for like Must you translate? Well, for this particular case, you can. There is. I'm also going to attach another. There's another website where if you have any problem, you can officially contact the Pan African Institute of Science and Technology, Pan African Institute. So you can contact them; they'll give you that. But per my understanding is that if you're applying for a university, like for example, you have the University of Yaoundé too, which is being taught. The programs are taught in French. Probably you might have to translate your documents to French language or English, but if it's within a country which doesn't have French or English as official languages, probably you might have to translate to English. But it's very important to send an email and cross check with the institute in which you are required to apply for. And is the passport, of course, passport or national ID? Those are all compulsory documents which you are required to show when you apply, because once you apply awarded a scholarship, you're required to travel. If you're applying to study out of your own host country, you need a passport. Applying for a program within your country, probably you might just need a diploma. Another question is, must you certify must you certify your diplomas? Yeah, you do have to certify. In this scholarship or anyone, do not ever send. Thank you. Come on, you're welcome. Do not ever send your official document to any scholarship board, any school, any job site, nowhere. If someone asks you to send your official documents, tell them it's a no. They will always request for certified documents, and by certification, they just need you to authentify, like to cross check if your documents are legit, and you have institutes or consulates or universities or external relation ministries which are out to do this job. Do not ever send your original document anywhere, because it will not be returned to you. And I know in some countries it's very hard for you to reprint an original document once it's messed up with. um do we have to attach transcripts to our diplomas? Transcript must be accomplished. In these days, in this era now, it's in such a way that transcript usually doesn't have to. Students cannot hold transcripts handy. The universities in most cases do send your transcript to whosoever is requesting it for official purposes. For example, where I did my masters in Ethiopia, I can't have my transcript handy. So each time I need it, I need to request the university to send my transcript to whatever institution that requires my transcript. Same goes with University of Boya now in Cameroon. Now they do have an official link or official website where you just have to pay in how much you need, and the university is going to send your transcript to whosoever needs it at any period of time. And what's a cover letter? Of course, in a letter to state the reasons why you need to apply for the Pan African Scholarship. This is a very the cover letter, you've heard about it during the first part of this stream, talking with my friend Dr. Kwabena. The cover letter comes in very it's a very big item for you to be selected for the Pan African Scholarship or any scholarship globally. And it comes with skills, it comes with writing a good cover letter. Requires you to have a certain level of skills. It requires you to sharing it with your friends. Do not be ashamed to share with your friend, because no one is perfect. We all are learning. So I personally, even though now I can call myself like I'm somehow a professional in writing cover letters, but still yet I do reach out to people when I'm writing cover letters to help me check out if I've cut my T's and not my Y's, or even cross-check my language as well. So cover letters is very important for all scholarships. So if you have a problem with your cover letters, you can reach out to me, or you can probably, if you want to reach out to someone who benefited from this scholarship as well, I can reach out to my friend Dr. Kwabena. Is going to help you with that. Same goes for your CV. It's very, very important. And concept notes require is what is a concept? A document, maximum 4 pages for those applying for PhD. You need to explain the objective or the orientations of your research. The concept note is probably the same like the project proposal, which I asked my friend before. So it's really important. And to write a good project proposal, by the way, I plan running a live stream on the 17th of July on how to write a project proposal. So I'll be sharing tips with you on how that is done. Same with cover letters. I plan on scheduling how to write cover letters in the future. So, who are the three university lecturers you're referring? The names of the lecturers from whom you need to get recommendation letters from are people who have taught you back in school. So it's very important you build a good network with your university lecturers, because they are the ones that will get to stand, and support and tell people that you are good enough for this program, so you can apply for it. And what do I do if I for now these are questions about creating password, forgetting password and all of that. It's just click on get new and all of that. So when are the results usually are released 2 months after the closing date that you get the results. So after what happens is when you after the 30th of July, if everything goes on smoothly, they might extend the deadline for 1 week or two, depending on the African Union Scholarship Board. It's up to them, but they might extend. Yeah, thank you very much, Johnny to building us, bro. Thanks a lot. They might extend the deadline. It all depends. Yeah, it all depends. But this is a little tip, but most 70% usually extend, especially now with the corona crisis thing going back and forth. They usually extend, but it is not in all cases. So personally, when I'm applying, I don't put in the deadline extension. But after the 30th of July, probably August, September, results should be released by September, so that students will prepare themselves for getting for the fall semester, or probably to start on January, depending on the academic calendar of the various universities. So this has been to sum it all, to summarize it all. This live stream was about the Pan-African University Scholarship, one of the best scholarship within the continent of Africa, where all those who are eligible for the scholarships are just people within Africa. Only people who are within Africa can. No, when I say within, only Africans, people with African passports, because somebody who is abroad, Asia, America, Europe, you can still apply for this as long as you have a passport that shows that you are African. You can apply for the scholarship. And then for the women have an extended date age to apply as compared to men. And my friend Dr. Kwabena shared the benefits you're going to acquire, you know, being admitted for this program, besides benefiting from the lavish allowances, full tuition, flight tickets, health insurances, the huge network, good internship programs, and I mean, some of these institutes have well specialized, well structured programs, and the best in the continent teaching these programs, and they do invite people from outside as well. So you should apply. The thing is, some people usually sometimes will be like, oh, it's an African thing. I can trust me from experience. The best scholarship I've ever been on is a scholarship within Africa. That is the best, and that is something I'll never forget. And if you wish to know why scholarships offered by African institutions or offered within Africa are the best, then stay tuned. Make sure you click on the subscription box or click on the notification bell so that each time I do put up a new video or when I come live, I'm going to share with you. Thank you very much who has been for all of you who showed up on my stream. Thank you very much, Dr. Sheila, Jennifer Apps. Thank you, Brandon Spears. Thank you, Boom Chair, all the way from Addis Ababa. Thank you very much, Dr. Kwabena. And any other person whom I've not been able to mention a name, thank you very much for popping onto my live stream. And this has been your boy, Dr. Rogers. Take care, have a lovely week, and stay blessed. Peace out.